Downtown Dallas, a couple of murders have happened here, okay? We are here at the entrance going through Commerce Street, and I'm gonna walk you through some of the chaos that has happened in our city out here in the Dallas area. Rest in peace to those who have lost their life and all the families grieving. It is a very tragic and sad thing to hear when someone has lost their life, specifically in downtown. They have definitely seemed senseless from the research and the news reports I've checked out. It's all from escalation culture, confrontation, and pride and ego, senselessness. So we're gonna hop out the car, we're gonna go explore the streets a little bit, and let's get into it. If you haven't already, like, comment, and sub. It helps a small channel like this get the word out, okay? We're trying to keep people off these streets. Or actually they could be in the streets, but we need you to be safe. We don't need people losing their life anymore over senseless tragedy. So let's get into it. My name is Hector Guerrero. Let's go. So we're here, baby, in the heart of downtown Dallas on the Main Street area. And it really is such a gorgeous city. I love my city. I absolutely love my city. And there is some heartbreak that happens out here. So there is a couple of murders that have happened, right? Obviously. The one that specifically has broken my heart, that hit me in the core, is a security guard from the CVS right down the street. We're gonna walk over there shortly, across from the One-Eyed Penguin area, from two shoplifters. One is 13, one is 15. The 13-year-old is the one that pulled the trigger. So let me actually bring you across to where it happened. Again, rest in peace to the gentleman who lost his life in that tragedy around, I think, past 11 o'clock at night. Two shoplifters right here, dude, in this area, which is supposed to be generally a safe area. You got Frankie's, great bar and food, by the way. One-Eyed Penguin, a little Irish pub next door. And then you got two little dudes trying to shoplift. They are confronted. Security guard loses his life. Senseless. Bruh, just give the chips back and leave. This is what we got to deal with. And there's the CVS, like I said, right across from the One-Eyed Penguin area, a little bar area that I go to with the homies, okay? So it was just so crazy because I grew up in Oak Cliff, right down the street. I grow up, I start going to this bar, and then in 2024, we hear of the very tragic story of Anthony, and I don't want to mess up his last name, so I'm going to say Anthony E., a 39-year-old security guard and devoted father of three employed by a third-party security company at the CVS on Main Street. So let me just explain real quick the third-party presence. I can't give you the full legality of what happens on the ins and outs of it, but what I do know is downtown Dallas wants to keep up the optics that it's gorgeous and it's safe, which I totally get it. Invites tourism, invites safety, people to come out here and spend their bread. You feel me? What's happening though is if we don't have the police presence or we have more presence out here of safety, they're gonna go third party and bring out some security guards, which totally makes sense. Keep the storefront safe, keep the people safe, all that. Now, where it gets sad is you're putting these gentlemen and ladies who are security guards, whether they're armed or not, in danger. It's past 11 on a CVS in downtown Dallas, and bro has to lose his life. Father of three, out here grinding, making his bread, loses his life to two shoplifters, one who's 13 who pulled the trigger for a bag of chips, dude. This is what I mean by senseless tragedy. This father, not his fault. He's out here grinding, making it happen. I'm not putting any blame on him. Bro's grinding. I'm a bartender. Sometimes I work till 2 a.m. I get it. I get the nightlife. What I'm saying is some of these companies, to keep up the safety, they got to go through these security guards from third-party companies. And at the end of the day, still the root motive, the main problem is people in the culture not having leadership, not having fathers, not having guidance, and the disrespect of like, yo, escalating culture. Oh, you're confronting me? Okay, I'm gonna end your life over a bag of chips. So, very sad. Look, there's actually some security right there for taking care of us. I mean, just thank you. Thank you for taking care of us. So a little more details. Escalation, a struggle ensued. One of the teens, a 13-year-old, produced a firearm that fatally shot Anthony before fleeing with a 15-year-old accomplice in a white Kia. Why are y'all driving? A community and family response. A vigil was held at the CVS where friends and family and neighbors lit candles, shared memories of Anthony. He was the life of the party, never met a stranger, said his wife, Octavia. His daughters expressed their grief. I will always be bruised by this situation because my dad is no longer here. Family described a drive for justice and push for more robust safety measures downtown. So what I'm saying is get out these streets and please be safe. It can be truly dangerous, and I'm grateful for the security guards who are doing their job, taking care of the folks, and it can just be sad. So right here at the CVS, it's truly insane. So rest in peace to Mr. Anthony and to the families who are grieving this to this day, by the way, right? From one incident of two bros trying to get some chips, family's gonna be grieving for the rest of their life. This is the consequence of murder. So please be safe, watch your back, and don't be out too late if you don't need to be. And if you have street awareness, okay? If you are people on the side, okay? This is a security guard. Bro's doing his job. He's protecting, okay? He got put in a situation that was terrible and tragic. If you happen to not have some street smarts, and if I have to even tell you that, that means you probably don't have street smarts. Be aware of your surroundings. Don't be where you don't need to be and get off them streets. And if you feel something escalating, it's time to dip. Let's keep walking where we're gonna go do a little bit of research on the Ashlee Renee Long story. You'll kind of see here, this little vibe right here is where a lot of homeless hang out, right in the dead center of downtown Dallas. And let me just show you how crazy this is. This is any major city, right? You go to any major city, there's going to be homeless right in the heart, next to some bouginess. AT&T district. They've been building it, continuing to build. You got the homeless right here, drugs being sold, people being murdered, and you got cute little bar, the Adolphus, and then the AT&T district. This is just what happens in any downtown area. Miami, Chicago, New York, LA, I've been all there. It's all the same. Granted, LA's probably the most intense version of all of this, but this is just a snippet out here in downtown Dallas. So you'll see, very nice little bougie area. And it's actually really fun. You really can come out here and have a good time. They really do have security like crazy. They have so much security locked in, hanging out now at every outpost in this area. So if you're acting a fool, you will absolutely get confronted, and most of the time in a very nice manner. We got security right over here, security right over there. They got AT&T on lockdown is what I'm saying. They try to do their best to keep the homeless out, keep any shenanigans out, because on Saturday night is probably the hottest moments that happen in terms of people just being around. You also have Friday nights, which is crazy. Sunday nights it lightens up, but Saturday being the craziest, which is today. I came to film in the morning just for safety purposes and so I don't annoy too many people, because obviously being a vlogger in public can be annoying. So I'm trying to keep to myself and not be in people's faces, but just show you what is cool that I can respect is people are definitely in downtown trying to protect it. Obviously there will always be crime. You cannot escape it. If you're in a major city, anywhere where there is humanity, there's always going to be crime. You can't escape it. Time will tell, history will tell, there will always be that. So at least you can see the efforts of there being the security guards at every post. They got their little blue shirts. I can respect it. A presence of security can absolutely help with the de-escalation of premeditated crime or impulse crime. I can respect it is all I'm saying. Now listen, you want to see this disrespect? I'm pretty sure this poo-poo, this caca, this popo was not here when I was vlogging because we already passed Frankie's, right? Look at the disrespect we got to deal with out here in these streets. I know y'all are lying. We live in Texas. We're not in New York. There's grass out here, okay? We're not in Manhattan. There's grass. Walk that way. Lord have mercy on my soul. Animals. And I'm not talking about the dogs, okay? If you didn't pick up your dog's feces, what are you doing, player? Please. Bro, look at this little certified freak 7 days a week. What's up, brother? Bro, look at his little eyes. He's twerking. Oh my God. Ashlee Long tragically lost her life. Again, rest in peace to the family and to her and everybody grieving, her friends, her family. And let me just do a quick pause as I'm hosting this video, this vlog of, please, if you hear me snicker or laugh, it's not because I'm making light of the situation. It's because if you're a hood kid like myself, we deal with a lot of trauma with humor. So if I laugh, if I snicker, like in the clip before this, I think I snicker when I said there's murder in Dallas. We use humor because the trauma is so damn intense, okay? So it's crazy to me, the reason it made me giggle is, how do we have all this bouginess right next to so much pain and poverty and brokenness? It's almost comedic, is how insane it is. So please, just know, I am not laughing at the people who have lost their life. I am not laughing at the crimes that were committed. I use the humor to help as we process the trauma, because a lot of this is insanity. So again, I apologize if that came across insensitive, senseless, and careless. Absolutely not my goal. So now, as we're talking about that, we're going towards a bougie area, the One Arts Plaza. The One Arts Plaza is a spot for some high-end food. There's a lot of corporate offices there. There's a big event venue, the AT&T Performing Arts Center, and it's huge. We're right next to Clyde Warren Park. Very cute little area, safe area where you can bring your kids. Food trucks all over the weekend. You can have fun, throw the football, relax. They got little water features so the kids can, if you ain't trying to spend all that money at Hurricane Harbor, we go into Clyde Warren Park, okay? Put your trunks on and go in the water. You got people running, jogging on a Saturday, right? This is just the effects of a city. Of course there's crime. Of course there is senseless tragedies, and time happens and people don't know about it. They might not know about it. Maybe they do, but that is the sad thing about the optics of a city, right? You think of LA and you think of Hollywood, you think of Skid Row, crime, all the protests going on. When you think of Dallas, from what I know, I'm a Dallas native. I was born in Oak Cliff my whole life, lived there for 19 years. You don't hear too much other than South Oak Cliff and Pleasant Grove being the hood with some gang affiliation, right? There really isn't a big banner over downtown Dallas as being like crime central or a Gotham City like Chicago and O Block. It's kind of protected on the media from what I see, okay? So if this is totally wrong in your mind, it's all opinion. But from what I've seen as a Dallas native, the media kind of hides a lot of this stuff. Obviously, Fox might cover it, NBC might cover something. What I'm saying is, you don't really hear about some of these tragedies for long. They might cover it and they move on quickly. I can respect that they got a lot of security out there now. But what I'm saying is we gotta keep people up on game. We gotta keep people up on game with street smart teachings, safety protocols, and actually having security and police officers protecting the community. And even beyond that, right? That's just the given that should be happening. It's the community and humanity evolving. Please raise these kids right. Please be a mentor and a leader in some of these children's lives, because we can affect a generation is all I'm saying. Don't get me preaching, but here we are in the area. Again, very nice area. We have a church right here. Anytime there's a church where there's some care, there will be homeless. You can't escape it. There's a 7-Eleven. But it's this area specifically. You have a very nice school, the AT&T Performing Arts Center, and there she is, the One Arts Plaza. Very expensive penthouses that you can buy, but live in. This is right in kind of the northern dead center of downtown, where you got the Dart Center right there. You got Deep Ellum right over there. You got downtown area right over there. All right, so I'm here on Main Street, yet again, just up a little north, right across from Wild Salsa and the Crafty Irish Pub. Granted, I've been to all these bars. Am I drinking too much? I used to. I'm really trying not to drink as much as I did back in the day. So I'm here in the area. This place is always guarded, right? CCTV catches these folks right here. I'm doing a little bit of research, watching some YouTube videos, going through ChatGPT, learning about this case and the situation. From what I see and from what I've heard, everything is senseless. Nobody needed to die on the night that the real estate agent, Ashlee Long, came here and tragically passed away. There's zero reason for anybody to die. She was with the dude. Apparently, again, I wasn't there, but CCTV catches some things and you can't really lie when you're on camera. Bro was antagonizing, the man that was with her was antagonizing someone else that was in a Mercedes-Benz. Guy gets out of the Mercedes-Benz. The person that Ashlee was with, who was a convicted felon that had a possession of a firearm, who shouldn't have had a firearm, gets his gun, guy in the Mercedes, out of a self-defense. This is what happens if you see a gun. Bro gets scared, it's 2:30 in the morning, both are probably intoxicated, I could imagine, shoots at them. Ashlee dies in the crossfires, not the dude who was the felon. Just a nightmare of a situation. Senseless, tragic, and I'm going through some of these comments. One guy was antagonizing everyone. He came across and another guy exited the vehicle for a gunfight because someone touched the car he was traveling in. The stars aligned and two people who really wanted to shoot someone met. Amazing, not an IQ point between them. Listen, tragic story. Nobody needed to die that night. Is it escalation culture? Is it pride culture? Is it the ego culture? Is it the internet culture? I don't know what it is. To me, I always go to the deeper motive. What is wrong with humanity at its core right now? I would personally say it is pride. I would say because you have the pride and your ego is so dang high, you have to escalate things to assert dominance and show who you are, and you can't take my respect. You need to give me my respect. You need to give me my honor and dignity. I can do that from the comfort of my home because I don't need someone else's validation, let alone getting into a gunfight over it. This is what happens when people can't use their words and properly work through something. It's easier to take someone's life in their eyes. And now, bro might have to face the consequences for life. Who knows? I believe trial starts next year. I don't know all the details. I don't want to mess that up, okay? Especially with such a tragic case. It'd be senseless of me giving you research information that isn't fully accurate. I'm just talking about the humanity issue. This is my native town. This is where I'm from, downtown Dallas, Texas. Happened right here, where people come to drink, eat, vibe out. People live upstairs, the whole nine. It's a nice area. You already know the rent is too dang high, might be $2,200 and up. Someone dies right outside at 2:30 a.m. Please stay out of these streets. You do not need to be out at 2:30 a.m. for nothing, okay? If you're a truck driver and you're getting across from LA to New York, keeping America alive, I respect you. We need you out there in those streets if that's the timeline you gotta do. But if you're just a regular person drinking out in public this late, you don't need to be doing that. Right here behind me, somebody died. Ain't nobody need to die. Lord have mercy on my soul. Again, look, very nice area, bougie little vibe. You gotta be careful in these streets, man. Right here, the gunfight. Truly insane. And now it is officially 10 a.m. in downtown Dallas, well, 9:54 to be specific. And everyone's out and about, we're chilling. You got this lady over here with the cowboy hat. Man, please take that photo, be cute. We got the eyeball. You got the little taco spot. You got salsetta right here. And everyone is just living their life. Right back to bouginess, back to vibes, back to brunch. Living their best life. All I'm getting at, okay, the point of this video, I want my people to be safe. If you're out here in these streets, please be safe. Be mindful. Practice your thoughtfulness. Practice your intentionality. We do not need to see you lose your life to a senseless tragedy. There is stupid people out here in these streets. You don't need to die by the hands of one of them. Absolutely not. It's Saturday night, get home. You like to stay out till 4? Can we cut it down to 2? Can we cut it down to midnight? Okay, if you need to work in stages, that's fine. Okay, if you need to edge off a little bit, okay, fine. But please, we gotta be safe, man. Of course, if I could snap my fingers and fix humanity right now and no one ever killed anyone and everyone was safe and we all could live a best life, I would do it right now. It's not gonna happen. There will be crime here till the day the Lord decides to come back, okay? There's gonna be crime, there's going to be chaos, and what you can do in the meantime is protect yourself, educate yourself, and if you are an adult, please be a good leader to these children. Be a good leader to these children. These senseless tragedies that I just told you about, 2 in fact were actually children. 2 were grown men who were still acting in their childlike mindset of having to prove themselves. If you are a leader right now, raise these kids right. It don't matter if you're an actual biological parent, if you are a teacher, a coach, if you're going to the grocery store and you encounter a family, it don't matter. Be a good representation of what it means to be a good human that is loving, that is kind, that is strong, that walks in integrity, isn't duplicit, is true to the core, a good human. Represent that, baby. Teach that. It is our duty. We are raising the next generation. I'm 27, okay? I'm still young, and I'm a part of that. Raising the next generation. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I love making content about my city. I love my city. The day my wife wants to move out, I'm gonna be very sad because I know my wife she was born a military brat. She's lived all over the world and she's already tired of Texas. We've lived here for 7 years. She's lived here for 7 years. We've been married for 7 years. I think she's lived here 8. I don't know the timeline. She's been here for a little bit. I'm a Dallas native. I could live here forever. She's ready to dip out. So the day it happens, and if we decide to leave, I'm gonna be very sad, but I'm gonna keep making content about my city. I love my city a ton. And I appreciate you guys, man. I'm a new channel. We just got monetized. We're out here really doing it, okay? I'm trying to do this for a living while on top of hustling. I co-host a podcast called Wide Open with Tim Ross, Derek Santiago, and Julie Buendia. I bartend on the weekend to help pay the bills because life is expensive out here in Dallas. If you know, you know. And I'm doing this vlog on top of all of that because I would love to do this full time. Hector's busy. Hector has to bartend in a couple hours actually. So I appreciate y'all. The least you could do, give me a like. Put a little like. It helps with the algorithm. I appreciate y'all and I hope you have an incredible day. May the Lord bless you and keep you. And I will see you soon, my friends. Peace.